Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of years since I posted a video. I've had a lot going on in my life. I got married and we're having a little baby, so I took a step back from YouTube, but I thought now would be as good of a time as any to get back into it. I've switched from primarily running in Nikes to now primarily running in Hokas, so I thought it would be a good idea to make a video, kind of go over a few of the different models I've been running in, why I switched and what I like about them. So if you're interested, follow along. Alright, so starting out, we're going to take a look at the Hoka Mach 4, and surprisingly, this is probably my favorite out of the three shoes that I'm reviewing today. I'm going to keep these kind of short because I know people don't really have the longest attention spans anymore, but some of the things I really like about this shoe is A, the price point. This actually is not the most current version. Hoka makes a Mach 5, but you can actually pick these up. I think I got them from Dick's Sporting Goods, but Running Warehouse has them. Dick's Sporting Goods, Zappos, a few other places, for like between $75 to $90, and that is a really good deal for a fast shoe like this. Surprisingly enough, this was the heaviest shoe out of all three. If you look on Hoka's site, I think this was like a little over 8 ounces or something, which was surprising to me because this felt like the lightest on my foot. But I was really just impressed with this shoe. I really like the design. It has this I think they call it a rocker or something, where they have this little thing that comes off the back of the heel. I'm a heel striker, so when I run, I plant on my heel and roll through my stride. And for me, I like that because I feel like it gives me a more natural stride. This shoe's nothing crazy. It doesn't have a carbon plate in it or anything. It does have 2 different blends of foam in the midsole, which actually feels pretty good to me. It feels really light and responsive and snappy. If you look on Hoka's website, they say that it is like inspired by the Rocket X and the Carbon X, which I'm going to review next, but I can definitely see that. It is a fast shoe, and if you can pick it up on sale like I did, I don't think there's enough of a difference between the Mach 4 and the Mach 5 to really justify the price difference. I think it would definitely be worth picking up if you're looking for a fast, snappy shoe. I would probably compare it to something in terms of Nike, maybe like the Pegasus, or like the old Pegasus Turbo, I guess would probably be a better comparison, because it's really fast and it's snappy. It's got a 5mm drop. It's got this blended midsole. It has a nice pull tab on the back. I've always liked those. The jutted heel, and just a pretty overall good profile, and it's a good looking shoe. So if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give these honestly a 9.5 out of 10. I'm a big fan of these. Okay, so next up we've got the Hoka Carbon X2. This is a carbon plated shoe, meaning it has a carbon plate in the midsole, which is going to give you really nice energy return. And for me, in like a speedwork shoe, I always look for something that has a carbon plate. I just feel like the energy return is unmatched. And this shoe is awesome. It really feels good. It's got the carbon plate in the midsole. It has the same heel design that sticks out that lets you more naturally roll through your stride. And overall, it's a really great shoe. It's got engineered mesh on the upper. All three of these shoes do, so it's pretty weatherproof, but it's a nice shoe. It looks cool again, and these again are not the most current version. This is the Carbon X2. They make a Carbon X3, but you can pick these up on sale, which is another great thing. Again, I got them from Dick's Sporting Goods, I think for $111. I know REI has them right now too. And if you're looking for an affordable speedwork shoe, this is definitely my #1 pick for that. I would say in terms of a racing shoe, they probably lose out to the Next Percent, which is now called the Vaporfly 2, or the Alphafly. I feel like these do not compete with that, but they're still a really good shoe. They're fast, they're very responsive, and they're versatile. So if I was gonna rate them out of 10, probably be a 9 out of 10 for me. If I was gonna compare them to something Nike has, I would compare them to their original Vaporflies. I would say these two shoes are very comparable, but for $111, you really can't beat that. If you're gonna get a Next Percent or something like that, you're looking at $180 to $250 for those. So for the price point alone, these get a 9 out of 10 from me. All right, so the last shoe we're gonna be looking at is the Hoka Clifton 8. Again, they make a Hoka Clifton 9, but I was able to pick these up for like $120, so I took the savings there. The primary reason I got these was for longer, slower runs, and my wife and I have been walking together a lot during her pregnancy, so I wanted something that could do both. And for that purpose, I would give these a 10 out of 10. I mean, they're so comfortable. They have a ton of cushion, but they still feel light enough. Like I would be comfortable going on a medium pace run in these. They still also have a 5mm drop. All three of these shoes have a 5mm drop, so that's one of the things I've liked about running in Hokas, is being able to switch in between these three pretty easily and not having too much of a difference. But these do feel a little bit bulkier. I wouldn't really do any speed work in them. But for longer, slower runs and for walks, I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. They're absolutely awesome. I can't recommend these enough. All right, so just a quick recap. I was actually really surprised by all three of these shoes. If you're like me, it's easy to get brand blocked and just, continually buy a brand because you like them and they work. For me, that was Nike. I've bought in so many of their running shoes just because I know they fit and I like the way they feel. So it was cool to step out and try something different. I'd say probably the winner for me was the Mach 4, just for the price point alone. Super fast shoe for, 90 to 75 bucks. Can't beat that. If you can still pick them up, I would definitely recommend it if you want a fast shoe. If you want to spend a little bit more money and get a shoe with a carbon plate that's also fast, the Carbon X2 is awesome. I don't think they're going to be selling it too much longer. They're still trying to push the Carbon X3 pretty hard, so pick this up if you can. I think REI and a couple other places have them. And then last but not least, the Clifton 8, also a really awesome shoe, probably best suited for longer, slower runs, walking, just wearing around. All around an awesome shoe, feels like you're walking on a cloud. All three of these shoes, overall, I would give my Hoka experience an A. If I was gonna buy any one of them again, I'd probably upgrade to the Mach 5. I really am interested to see how that feels. I'm definitely gonna be trying that out. And I think I'll probably try out the Carbon X3 at some point as well. So stay tuned for those videos. And if you guys have any questions, I will answer them in the comments. Thanks and have a great